Andy Nelson, cowboy poet and humorist, is a second-generation farrier. He is knowledgeable, interesting, and speaks with humor about the Western way of life.
So I am from Pinedale, just over the mountain range right there, and but I got a lot of good friends all the way around, and I want you to know that everything that you hear today is the truth. Yeah, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me Hannah. And this is a true story, and it's about a good friend of mine, and I'm not going to tell you who it is. I don't want to incriminate the not so innocent, but I will tell you that his initials are Darren Little. These guys know Darren. Darren showed up at the local coffee shop like he does on Sunday mornings, this time looking like a lion tamer who had failed to heed the warnings. His forearms and fingers were scraped, scratched, and scabbed like he had choked a weed eater. He admitted he felt like he had fallen into a giant egg beater, but the story he shared wasn't a glamorous one, like fighting a moose with a bat. Turns out Darren had a wrestling match with his daughter's 4-H show cat. Now, Riley grew bored of the regular projects, the kinds that were raised on the range, so she asked her dad if this year she could show one of their barn cats for a change. Well, anxious to teach her the value of livestock, Darren opted to acquiesce. Fluffball would be her county fair show kitty, and Darren cursed the day he said yes. Now, Fluffball was as homely as a 2-track dirt road, but for a barn cat was really quite tame. He looked like he was crossed with an Angora goat and built on a jackrabbit's frame. But after a little bit of Mama's shampoo and some aquavelva for smell, Fluffball was ready for the county fair show ring and Darren for his foray in hell. Now, Fluffball, it had all started out quite innocently until Fluffball succumbed to the shakes. Then it all went downhill like a radio flyer full of fat kids without any brakes. Now, Fluffball was a heck of a mouser, but he had never been to town, so when prodded by feline arbitrators, that's when the fracas went down. Fluffball squealed like a bobcat in a gunny sack, and Darren leapt to save his daughter. Logic was obliterated by instinct as he dove headlong in the slaughter. Certain that he could cowboy his way through this, Darren grabbed Fluff by the scruff of the neck. And while most cats go limp, Fluffball went ballistic, spawning a spectacular wreck. It looked like he clutched a runaway grinder, armed with razor-sharp teeth and claws. And as he fought to get a grip with his offhand, he was distracted by some applause. A crowd had gathered to witness the showdown. They thought someone was fighting a bear. One kid yelled out, "This is the best entertainment we've ever had at the fair." After agreeing to sign autographs later, Darren plunged back into the bout, applying a feline MMA chokehold, hoping the kitty would tap out. Well, Fluffball chose to forfeit the match, but not before Darren ran out of blood. Lightheaded and woozy, they slumped to the truck and rolled down the lane in the mud. The ride home was uneventful and quiet, unlike the preceding cat show. Now, Fluffball is in counseling and therapy, and Darren is healing up slow. And everything's back to normal on the home place. Next year, Riley's taking a steer. But the fair board is now struggling to find a more thrilling act for next year.
For more information on this talented and creative performer, check out his website. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see the other videos in this series as they're released, click the subscribe button and ring the bell so you're notified when it's available. It's all free. Thank you so much for watching.